Even though it's clear the topic of this slideshow is going to be something disturbing, it's even more disturbing than these images can convey, and that's because we're talking about human zoos. So this is another simple 2-image slideshow, the first image showing a young girl inside of a fenced area with a bunch of people staring at her and one woman handing her something, and the second image shows a young boy interacting with another young girl, and it might not seem like a very big deal, but this was a very dark point in humanity's history. So in today's day and age, all of you guys are familiar with the concept of a zoo. You get a bunch of animals from some faraway remote location, drop them into an area that kind of looks like their natural environment, and tourists will come to check out what those animals look like in real life, not just on their phone screen or their TV screen. And a lot of people today take the stance that these modern day zoos are not very good for the animals, but these zoos today are nothing compared to what we used to have in the past, where humans would be featured, oftentimes referred to as cultural exhibitions. Now, human exhibitions first became very popular back in the late 1800s, and one of the main guys who was responsible for popularizing this trend was a man by the name of Carl Hagenbeck. So Carl, just like modern day zoos, started off with the collection of exotic animals, and this did drive business for a while, and he did change the landscape for zoos, creating more natural looking habitats with moats separating the animals instead of just a straight up fence. But one day he thought, why not bring humans in here? I'm sure that'll drive business even more, and this is exactly what he did. So in 1876 and 1880, Carl launched 2 human exhibitions that were wildly successful and brought him in a bunch of money. Eventually, though, these were shut down because he wasn't making very much after some time, because photos were becoming more popular and people didn't feel the need to visit his place to see these people. Unfortunately, though, Carl was not the only person to have held these human exhibitions. Throughout the late 1800s, there were a variety of different ones, even in the World Fair, where they would oftentimes have terrible names and make these different cultures look horrible compared to the European culture. Now, I'm going to pose a very simple question to you. When would you guess the last human exhibition to be? Maybe in the early 1900s, like 1901 or 1902? No, 1958 in Belgium. In 1958, Belgium still had control over the Congo, so they decided during their World Fair that they would go out and scoop up a bunch of these people from their homelands and bring them in for their exhibition. And these are the photos that you guys saw at the beginning of this video. These took place in 1958. That is insane. Eventually, though, human zoos became a thing of the past, and not because people came to a realization that they were wrong, but because World War II had just happened, and finally, due to what the Germans had done to so many people during this period of time, people realized that human rights are a very important thing, and everyone deserves to be equal. Obviously, it wasn't that simple, but this was a very major driving force. In any event, human zoos are a very dark stain on our human history. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see next. If you guys want to help support me, my Patreon link is down below. There's a free and paid version, no pressure, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.